in the place of where you see the words Route Patch Bay, see where it says Route Patch Bay? Go ahead and cross that off. In its place, let's put group faders.
No.
So where it says Route Patch Bay, we're going to put group faders. Hey, Jared. All we're going to do for this, is, again, really, really simple. We're just going to go to miscellaneous. We're going to hit masters at 0. And then all we need to do is I'll ask you to just do one thing, probably the kit because it's the biggest, but it's not labeled on your desk. Obviously, I won't ask you. So if you did labeling just for guitars, you're probably going to do guitars. So if I'm doing guitars, I'm just going to select the first at the bottom, hit 2, select the last, and pick the guitar group itself. And that part is done. Okay? Now, I'm going to hang with this for 2 seconds here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to assign this guitar groups while we're selected, so you can do this all in one shot, to the bus routing that I need. So down there where it says guitar, what I'm looking for is I need to make sure that the bus number matches the channel that I'm going to be coming into. Remembering that the buses have to be assigned to the numbers on the desk in which they arrive. So 49 will be bus 1, 50 will be bus 2, it'll go bus 3, bus 4, bus 5, bus 6, bus 7, bus 8, bus 9, bus 10. So when I'm going for guitar, 9 and 10. Bus 9 and 10. Alright, so I'm going to jump down here while I'm selected. On the output, I'm going to look for this matrix, knock them all out of mix A.
Were you doing a group or bus?
I did both.
You did both. He grouped.
I just grouped, and while I'm selected, I'm going to do the bus.
Okay.
That was a big bang.
So 9 and 10, I'm routed to that output. Now I'm going to pan to track at this point in time. So on here, I should see pan to track. I should see 9 and 10, no mix A. I'm going to run
over here, right?
Yeah, it's all done in the center section. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to walk down. I'm going to select the first bus. So that guitar will be listed as a bus. So on its input, I have to hit bus. And on its routing, I have to make sure it's 9. Now, then at that point in time, what I should see is it should be blacked out at 9. It should say bus. The only big important thing I have to remember is it has to be panned hard left if that's the left channel. When I go to the next one, it's going to have to be panned hard right if that's the right channel. So I'll go to the next channel. I'm going to do the bus input. And this one will be 10. And then I'm done. And then that routing has gone from these guys to bus 9 and 10 to the input of those bus 9 and 10. And you can see it says input bus, blacked out is number 9, blacked out is number 10. So there is an extra step to this that I'll have to wait till you guys get through this process to show you because it's the next thing on the list. All right, so do you want me to show you that one more time?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to undo this real quick. Let me undo this
I could
real
swear
fast.
this says lovers.
It does.
Oh, actually, here, before you do that,
Or so you think.
add this in, because I can undo these.
Someone
During
wanted
the
to
test,
say
we're going
lovers.
to do all 3 of these steps at the same time then.
It'd be
If I
faster
keep
if
it.
you do. Yes.
And this one says Latams? I'm just kidding.
The Toms are.
Okay.
Get it right.
Latams
If
are.
you choose take a step by step, can we?
Yep. You can do whatever you want. You can do it in any order that you want.
Oh.
It's just that it's some of this is again because we're going to be limited to
Can I
a
switch
very
places
tight
with you?
window of time.
Can I switch
Your
places with you for
speed
this
and
one?
your accuracy will be a very, very big part of your grade. Oh, okay, I think we're all. Jared was the last one we were looking for, so we're all here. Thank you. Okay, so we'll run through this process and then we'll end up taking a break. All I'm going to do is I'm going to first begin by doing my fader group. So all I'm going to do to make my fader group work is let's see. I'm gonna actually have to. I don't think I'm not gonna be able to do it that way. That sucks. Okay. Sorry, you can't clear these unless you do them all, and we're not ready to do that since we already recalled levels. So I'm just going to go miscellaneous, masters to 0 so that they're ready to rock. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my first channel that I'm going to use. Right now I'm using the guitar as my example. I'm going to hit 2. I'm going to run down here and make sure my group is in green. We're good to go. All I then have to do is select the fader group that I'm assigning to. Once my fader group has been assigned, right, then what my goal is I can actually leave these selected because now I want to route my buses. Again, because the buses have to fall in banks of 24. Notice we only have 24 buses, so they have to actually match to 24 somewhere. It means that each bank of 24 will be auto-assigned underneath. They're only active for their particular number in their group bank, which means that channel 49 through 72 essentially are 1 through 24 in terms of buses. So I can only route bus 1 here as an input, unless I manually go patch it. And so they'll go 1 through 24 as this listing, meaning any of these could be bus 1 through 24 if I make them, any of these groups. So that's why when I look at this, I know that I have to count out to find out what bus number is eligible. So I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 9 and 10 are eligible. 9 for guitar left, 10 for guitar right are eligible. So I'm actually going to, I'll have to clear that. Can you clear that for me? All right, I'm just going to select channel 57. So I've routed my bus outputs. Oh, actually, I forgot them. Let me back that up. Sorry, I forgot that. Let me back that up real quick before we jump into that. Now I'm looking for bus 9 and 10. So my send is going to be bus 9 and 10. So I need to make sure my mix A is disengaged, and I'm only routing to bus 9 and 10. And in order for those panners to actually go to 9 and 10 accordingly, I have to hit pan to track. So pan to track will be active for that group.
I gotta back up now.
Okay.
That's before you select the master fader, the fader group, or after?
No, that's after the fader group.
After fader group.
After the fader group.
Select the bus, pan to track.
Yeah, disengage mix A, select the bus numbers, select pan to track.
It's gotta be some kind of like anagram we gotta make.
I know, right?
Mix A off.
We just went over this stuff.
Well, and the big thing with this, the reality of this is you got to think about this as the whole idea. Like if I gave you a task in which you need to make those things go over there, that's kind of what you're looking for. We need this stuff to go over there via bus 9 and 10. So we're going to make that a reality in terms of what's really happening here. This will be congruent with a lot of other consoles because anytime you bus, you want to know how the heck is that going to go to the bus that I want. So now once we're routed, let's go make the bus. So we've made the bus output. Brilliant, right? Now we have to make a bus input just as normal.
Track and then clear after pan to track.
Yeah, you'll want to clear it because you have to make your selection of your bus individually. We're going to make it the input. Channel in has to be listed as a bus, otherwise it'll only receive normal signal from the DAW or a mic input. We'll select bus number 9 so that it is bus number 9. We will then have to pan it hard left because it will represent, again, the odd numbers represent left, the even numbers represent right. Right? You guys remember that?
Select.
So select bus 9.
So select the track and make sure it's on bus first.
Yeah,
Mix
bus.
A off.
Yeah, it's got to be on bus first because if you do it here, if you do this first, it'll make it an output, not an input. So yeah, bus 9. Mix A has to be on for this because that bus is actually going to mix A.
Okay, select input channels. Bus.
Mix A represents our stereo mix. Okay, so if we want anything to go to our stereo mix, it has to be routed as an output to mix A. The reason we disengage it for the bus is so that the bus, all these groups that go out to the bus,
Go to the bus, not the speaker.
right, go to the bus, not the mix. And then the bus will be the final say that will go to the mix. If I wanted to, I could daisy chain buses essentially to the point where it went. This is these are the breakdowns. They're going to the first
This
bus.
bus, this bus, this bus,
yeah.
this bus,
And-
and they all go to the monitor.
And as long as I only have one mix A at the end of the game, that'll be the only one that goes to the mix.
Okay.
So notice everybody else is in mix A because they have to be routed to the mix. So now with that, I've done that first track. I can just hit plus, go to the next one, hit bus, hit 10, we're good to go. Now, and then I just need a hard pan left and right. Now, there's a couple extra steps that we're going to be doing on the next part, but I want to actually have you guys do these.
Can I bust the kick? Then we busting the kicks.
Yeah, go for it.